So these two goons are on the show today, and you should have seen how long it's taken both of them to get ready. The layers of like makeup. What?
What do you mean? You weren't around.
I heard.
Actually,
It took me an average time to put on my makeup today. Thank you.
You think I'm wearing makeup?
Yeah.
How? Why?
Because you look good.
Oh my God.
Well, no, I had that zip between my eyes that
Eric, it would be very mean of you to zoom in on that zit. That would be so mean of you to put.
Careful there, or I'll bring back the summer of 2018, their lip zit.
Oh my God.
Zoom in on that zit immediately, Eric, and roll the open.
Every day.
Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. Every day. We do it our own way. Sing it out every day. Yeah, let's make it a good day. Every day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Now, here's Jason.
Started. Hello. Hi. Hi, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Welcome. Well, thank you. I love you. Welcome to the show. I'm Jace. First up today, bad news for all of you short kings out there. That's right. Including little Bjorn over there. That's right. I don't know why I had to put the word little in front of him. That's right. He's like a little chicken tendy. Yeah, there we go. Tinder. You guys know Tinder, the dating app? Tinder is now letting users filter potential matches. That's right. It actually started as an by height. Now, it started as an April Fool's joke years ago, but now it's being tested for real. Tinder won't verify the height that people post, but you can say the height that you would prefer.
Okay.
Other apps like Hinge have a similar feature. That feels deceptive to me. That's right. I am 6'5". Thanks, audience. Yeah, Did you hear them? They don't believe it. No, I'm 6'2".
Okay.
She's 6'1". Give it up for Fallon, everybody. Could be one of those days. Hello, friends.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. I am 5'2", and I did see like this feature, like you went.
That was Eric walking right in front of the camera. Eric, do that one more time. Just walk right in front of the camera. There we go. There we go. One more time, Eric. There he is, walking right in front of Fallon's beautiful close-up. There we go.
I think you have to pay to have that filter like on, but I do think it's such a I'm telling you,
I loved your stance on this.
Women of the world, if you eliminate short men, you are eliminating so many good people. And I get it. Like most friends I have, they want a guy to be taller than them. And I get it if maybe you don't want him to be 5 inches shorter than you. But like your height or an inch or two, I really feel like you're eliminating so many good people.
Yeah.
That makes me sad. And I know, like, I am not the kind of person that's like, it's only personality. I know you physically want to be into your partner. Like, I'm not unaware of that. So I get that, but it makes me sad. My husband's short, but I'm also short, so it doesn't really affect me.
Yeah, I've never had a height requirement. I was just happy in my 20s to have a date. You know what I mean?
shared
I didn't care
this,
if the guy was like a munchie-chi. I was like, you know what I mean? If I was good. Yeah, that's right.
Well, my husband, he told me about a date he went on. He was sitting at a high top table, and the girl came in, and he got off the high top chair. He's shorter than her, and she went to the bar and never came back.
Really?
Okay, yes. For the record, Jake is very confident.
Jake is hot. Like, Jake is a very good-looking, yeah.
He's also very confident, so that did not affect him.
No.
He's also like, by the way, I have a kid. I have extra baggage. So he's like, you know what I mean?
You
like,
probably would have ran maybe at the end.
Yeah. So it was, yeah.
Well, I had, Jeff loves this. I'll be quick on this. I've told the story many times. One of my first blind dates I've ever had when I first moved to Minneapolis, I was 23, and I lived above a coffee shop. And I had arranged this date. I'm like, well, just meet me at the coffee shop. And they're like, well, I don't know what you look like. What are you going to be wearing? And I said, I'm going to be wearing a 4-screen, which is ironic. I'm wearing a green suit today. But I'm going to be wearing a 4-screen sweatshirt. And they said, I'm going to wear a navy blue. And I knew everybody at this coffee shop because, again, I lived above it. The person walks in, and I'm not joking. I was so excited. I was so nervous. And I'm like sitting here, and I'm like, oh, this is great. My first blind date. And the person walked in, slid into the booth, did this. No sparks, and got up and left. Like, no sparks, gave me a once-over and left, and I was humiliated because everybody at the coffee shop knew me, and I was so embarrassed, and everyone acted like they were like scrubbing something. You're like, oh, you know, we didn't see that. Don't worry about it, Jace. But yeah.
Oh, that's so hurtful.
Well, that person's in jail now. It doesn't matter. Anyway,
Maybe they're having sparks in jail.
Maybe they are.
Maybe.
Let's get to the hot dish. Roll it. Here we go, everybody. Let's do that. Tuesday, Tony's here. We can continue. First up today, 2 things you wouldn't think go together. Sharks, social media.
Oh.
We're getting our first look at a new documentary from the man. Remember the My Octopus Teacher? Yeah, this is from that guy. It's called Shark Whisperer, and it focuses on a daring young woman connecting with sharks in a brand new way. Watch this.
More for the grab, more for the shot.
People look first and listen second. I'll use my appearance. I'll put myself out there for a cause. As a female, I'll get a different level of attention and criticism.
Whatever reason you feel the need to have your hand on this animal, you better understand what you're getting yourself into.
But catching people's attention, people actually care about a shark.
We need to protect these animals.
All of them are headed towards the brink of extinction, and people want to comment on my approach to conservation. The change makers are the ones that try something a little different. We knew we had to do something more extreme to cut through
The deepest fear that everybody has of sharks, it's always the image of a great white.
And then up from the depths comes this massive 20-plus foot great white shark.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm good. Marine, that's her. Marine conservationist. Her name is Ocean Ramsey. How appropriate. Yeah. Couldn't be Betty. Anyway, she shares her journey, all of her stuff on social, hoping to end misconceptions about sharks. Critics say she's risking her life and only using the animals for clicks. Click, click, click. It's going to hit Netflix June 30th.
Well, I will say that at first I was like, what is the point? I didn't realize it was for conservation efforts. At first I thought, is she just trying to show us that sharks aren't scary? Because they are. Yeah, you're not going to convince me of that. But if it's for conservation work to save them, that I understand, and I understand her mentality of like, people are going to discredit me because I'm like a hot woman, but if that's what I have to use to get the attention, fine. I mean, I just literally listened to a podcast of Jane Goodall, who said back in the day, if her legs got her the funding to do her work, then thank you, legs. So fine.
Yeah, I'm not going to,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it also reminds me of the Grizzly Man, the guy who did all the work on Grizzlies and died by being
By a
on
grizzly.
Yeah. Now, there were other details that went into that, but I do think it's dangerous work. I would hope it wouldn't encourage other people to go swim with sharks.
See, that's the thing.
For Instagram.
There's going to be goobers that are going to see what's her name? Ocean. Oh, I called her Tidal Wave. Ocean.
Tidal Wave.
Goobers. They're going to be goobers that are going to see Ocean, and they're going to be like, oh, I can do that, and they're going to go out with their little noodle. And they're gonna, their little pool noodle, and they're gonna be eaten, for heaven's sake. Aaron, you got that visual, didn't you? Yeah. Speaking of sharks, we have a little theme right now. Next up, this summer marks, can you believe this? 50 years since one movie changed the summer box office forever. There is a new documentary looking back at it. What movie am I talking about? Jaws.
We were on the real ocean, and we were way out of our element for 5 months. And we all began going off the deep end, literally. Okay, attack! The film was 100 days behind schedule, and 80% of the time the shark didn't work.
There was a strong undercurrent that the studio would close us down.
I was terrified I was going to be fired, but I never once felt like I wanted to quit. When the film wrapped, I had a full-blown panic attack. But the success was fantastic.
It was sort of life-changing.
It's the film I've seen the most.
It wasn't just a movie, it was a pop culture phenomenon like that.
It supercharged the language of cinema.
There have been movies made since using CG sharks that aren't nearly as good.
The film that I thought would end my career is the film that began it.
Jaws at 50 right there is what it's called. It talks to director Steven Spielberg and others involved in the movie about the struggle they faced making the darn thing. July 10th on National Geographic, which you can find at Disney+. I was saying to in our meeting, Jaws, The Wizard of Oz, maybe the original Star Wars, the making of Jaws, it's one of the few movies in history where the making of story is as fascinating as the motion picture itself. I could spend, I've watched every documentary on this. One of the things I'll just pull out is the fact that what that one man said, 20th Century Fox wanted to, Universal was ready to shut them down multiple times. And one of the reasons why Steven Spielberg made the choice to film this movie in the real ocean. So think about, not in a controlled pool on a studio backlot, the ocean with salt water. Salt water plus movie cameras equals a big blanket mess. and the shark was mechanical. So the shark would always shut down because the salt would get into the I mean, it's just one of the many things. The woman at the beginning really was hurt badly. So it's so many great behind. I can't wait to watch this.
I'm excited to watch it. I'm always just amazed at how young he was, that he was able to direct a movie that ended up being that big. Like, how do you ever even get into being trusted and given funding for directing a movie in your early 20s?
Yeah.
That's wild to me alone.
Absolutely. They had faith in him. We're going to take a break. More Dish right after this. Stay with us, everybody. Back in a moment. I could barely pay my electric bill at that age. Welcome back, everybody. Loving our Tuesday crowd. Come see us. Eventbrite.com. We have the Gadget Guy coming up in a little bit, and summer ins and outs. What's in, what's out, we'll tell you. But right now, even more celebrities have embarrassing parenting moments. Hack star Jean Smart stopped by The Late Show Monday night, and Jean shared a story about a, what's called a questionable fashion choice.
I bought this pair of white pants the other day, and they had kind of this green kind of embroidered, kind of like a vine or something on it. I thought they were kind of pretty and really comfy, and I wore them to my son's school to meet the college counselor. And later I really looked at them and I went, oh, that's a marijuana plant with a naked woman on one leg. and on the other thigh was a bong. And I was like,
there you go.
I can't imagine what he thought.
Wow.
What is that?
Cool mom. Cool mom.
It's like that scene in the birdcage with the bulls. Anyway, by the way, Gene, if you're heading to New York, Gene is currently starring and getting good reviews, a new one-person show on Broadway. I would love to see that.
Me too.
I want to go back to New York soon.
I saw her co-host, Hannah. She did like a show here in the Twin Cities, a stand-up comedy show.
At Acme.
Yes, I went to see it. It was very good. It was very funny.
Great.
Yeah.
Do you? A little fun fact. Again, her lineage is fantastic, comedy-wise. Her mother is Lorraine Newman, one of the first cast members of SNL, the original cast. Aaron, you didn't know that?
Wait, whose mother?
Lorraine Newman's daughter is Hannah Einbinder.
Oh.
Yeah, and Lorraine Newman was in the original cast of SNL.
Had no
now that I
idea.
said it, if you didn't know it, now that I said that, if you look at them, you will see it immediately.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. I don't know. I said it 18 times. Mortician now fighting back against the haters. Former Real Housewife of New York, Bethenny Frankel, is back in the news because she's responding to some backlash following her appearance at a fashion show. So over the weekend, here's some of the pics, everybody. Come back to the TV so you'll know what we're talking about. Bethenny walked the runway at the Sports Illustrated Swimsuits Swim Week show in Miami. Bethenny's 54, and she modeled several different swimsuits, from bikinis, one pieces, one suit, featured a thong bottom, okay? Well, after posting the pics, she got a healthy amount of backlash, from several commenters, with critics asking, Bethenny, what would your teenage daughter say? Well, Bethenny responded to that question on her Instagram. Watch this.
So a few miserable people said, what would your daughter say? And I know, because the Peanut just FaceTimed me. And she said, Mama, she said, I saw you did so good. I'm like, later I said, I did well. And she said, you did so good. She said, you have such a cute tush, Mama. And she said, you look like you were 30 years old. And it was so sweet.
Bethenny says the show was all about body positivity and credited the hair and makeup team for helping her feel great. Yeah, she, as Oprah has done many times, she's like, when you see people on magazine covers, just know it takes a lot of effort. To quote Dolly Parton in Steel Magnolias, it takes a lot of effort to look like that. Look, you can... My radio co-host, Alexis, it was really, and Holly from the show, they brought this to my attention, and they were really they were really upset about it because a lot of the commenters were women hating on another woman. And you can be critical of Bethenny for a whole list of ideas. You may not even be a fan. But then I got bothered by this, too, because you know what I'm going to say, because I hate this. I think it is ridiculous for any of us to be the arbiter of what a person should wear at a given age. Who wrote on a stone tablet that you can't wear a two-piece bikini because you're 54? Who the hell do you think you are? If Bethenny felt great in her own skin, what it tells me is if you're writing that, you don't feel comfortable in your skin, and it's coming out sideways to a public person. I think she looked great. I think it says to a woman in her 50s that you can wear whatever the hell you want to wear.
I agree.
Nonsense to me.
I agree with her daughter. I'm sure there are a lot of 30-year-olds that wish they looked as good as Bethenny did. And also, there's only so much hair, makeup, and tanning can do. That is you can tell she puts in a lot of hard work to have that body, and she showed it off. And who cares? It was a swimsuit fashion event. First of all, as a woman, it is nearly impossible to find a bathing suit that covers your butt anymore.
Yeah.
So actually, that's just a normal bathing suit. God forbid I find one that's a full wide coverage. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't exist anymore. No. And every time I'm I want to find one, people send me a link for one with a skirt, and I don't want a skirt, you know? So Bethenny is just she's on a bathing suit fashion runway, and even if she's at the beach, shut up. Yeah,
I understand it, but I don't get it. Bethenny, I think you look great, and bravo to you. Yeah. Let's talk some TV, shall we? I finally got a chance to watch a show several people on our staff are loving. It's time again for the Jason Show Watch Club. Other talk shows have book clubs, but we don't read. We have a TV and movie club. Okay, today, John Hamm plays a guy. This is one of those days I always say that I love that I have a show, because when I like something, I can't wait to tell you. Jeff was right about this show. Fallon was right. A guy loses his job and finds a new way to make money in the show Your Friends and Neighbors on Apple TV+. Let's look at a little bit of the trailer.
I'd been thinking. These houses have all this stuff no one would miss for a while, if ever.
Rich guy loses his big job, has liquidity problems, turns to petty crime. That's not savvy, that's stupidity.
Maybe it's just desperation.
That's the first honest thing you've said. I'll give you 65 for it.
Okay. Now, that little clip, you're thinking, oh, God, that looks really dark. What is this, Breaking Bad? No, not really. Let me just bottom line it for you, and then I'll backtrack. I love this. I can always tell when I I can always tell when I capital L loved a show, because as I sit here telling you about the show, all I want to do, no offense, is go home and watch the rest of the show. I'm going to finish this show, but I want to go to my basement because, yeah, I know I want to finish this. Fallon, we started this kind of late, and I had every intention of just watching one so that I could tell you about it. I ended up way past my bedtime, binging 3.
Okay.
3. First of all, I'm not a fan of John High or of the Hamaconda. I like him, but I'm not a giant fan like you are. He is superb in this. So that's positive number one. Number two, very much like another show on Apple, Shrinking. I love the universe, meaning I love all of the side characters. I love them all. I want to know more about them. It's a dark comedy, and I want to know more about his ex-wife, Amanda Peet, who I love. His sister, great actress. You're smiling because you've known about this for months.
Jeff and I finished it. The first season's over, so the season finale was just this past week. So I think that, yeah, there's some twists and turns that will come your way.
I'm on, 3. Do you like it more, do you like it as much at the end? Because, you know, sometimes Ryan Murphy, shows can Ryan Murphy, which I've turned that into a verb, which means it starts out great and then it goes to the crapper. Yeah. Is it consistently good?
Yes. It's Jake's favorite show of the year, I think, and I am.
You're hesitating.
Well, with how it ended, I am a little bit like, okay, where are we going? Because the whole last episode, I kept thinking, okay, where are we going in season 2 with this? But then it set it up for season 2.
Okay.
But it's still very good, and it's John Hamm, so I love him. He's my favorite.
Yeah,
so.
I go find it. It's on Apple TV Plus. Your Friends and Neighbors. Couldn't recommend it enough. Yeah. I also now. If you love true crime, don't go do your laundry, because I got a chance to watch a true crime series that I think you're going to like on HBO. It debuted on Sunday about secrets involving a funeral home in California. Let's look at The Mortician.
I could cremate one guy in like 2 hours, or you could put 10 of them in there and take 2.5 hours. So what would be the difference? There is none.
They violated and desecrated my father. It's unconscionable.
That's not your loved one anymore.
He was always threatening people.
He would talk all the time about sneaky ways of killing people.
Was David a part of any?
What, murders?
It is a 3-part series. It premiered Sunday on HBO. Here's what I'll say. I just watched the first episode because, hello, that's all that's out there. That guy his family owns a funeral business, but he took over the crematory business. And in the cremation business, like on an average day, you could probably cremate, according to the documentary, maybe 5, not even 5, like 3 to 4 cremations a day. Dude was putting multiple bodies in the crematory at once and combining the ashes and putting upwards of, are you ready for this? 15 bodies at one time into the crematorium. And it talks about how other businesses, other mortuaries or crematories were like, how is this guy doing these numbers? And it goes from there. Yeah, it's called The Mortician. If you like true crime, it's available on Max or whatever it's called now. Yeah, we'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody.
That's awful.
It's awful.
I think that there is probably no
Looking for a gift for Dad for Father's Day? Coming up in just a little bit, the Gadget Guy is back with the best gadgets and gizmos that Papa will love. Then, summer ins and outs. What are we loving and what are we completely over for summer 2025? Our staff has our list when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget to follow us on social. Fallon on Air, Jason Matheson. Graduation season is in full swing. You guys know that. You're probably going to like 15 parties. Plus Father's Day right around the corner. So it's a big time of year for gift giving. But you could do better than gift cards, ties, and some grilling stuff. Here are his favorite gadgets for dads and grads. Audience, give it up for the Gadget Guy, Steve Greenberg. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Dave.
How you doing, buddy?
Very well. Love this time of year, spring. I'm loving it.
I know it's a good time. So let's get started. And I love this. Not that there's anything wrong with I don't like to use the word normal, but traditional gifts like grilling stuff. But I love that you're focusing on health and wellness. Basically, where are we starting, my friend?
Well, this little gadget right here. This is called intake breathing, and it actually decreases snoring and increases your cardio exercising performance. So you put these little adhesive pads on your nose, and then you attach this like this, and like that. And you see it opens up my nostril, so you breathe more.
You're so hot, Steve. Breathing. You're so hot right now.
And what a look. What a great look, huh? What's great about it is it does really make a difference for snoring, but also when you're exercising, running, jogging, you're bringing in more air through your nose. It increases your performance. And what's also great about it, it really feels different. I mean, it's really cool. Plus, like you said, I think, some people can't wear hats. I really think I can wear this. This is a good look for me. I think,
Steve, you should get a family photo taken in that. Yeah.
I'm thinking it. A whole family in it. So this is what it looks like. Intake breathing. It's available on Amazon, and it's really great. It comes in clear, and of course, very fashionable, the black look too.
Next, a filtration system.
Absolutely. So, we all know there's a lot of bad stuff in our water, like lead and bacteria and microplastics and whatnot. So a great DIY gift for dad or grad is right here. This is called the Campbell Ultrafiltration Inline Under Sink filter. And it's super easy to install. I actually did it in about 10 minutes under my kitchen sink. It's very easy. It takes out 99% of the bad stuff. Super easy to install. You don't need a plumber to do it. And this is great for a home or a rental apartment or an RV or even a boat. If you want to clean up the water, this is the way to do it. And it's really simple, very affordable, and actually, like I said, easy to install. Jason, you can do it.
Wow. I mean, I am cutting my own lawn now, Steve. I'm a big boy now. That's right.
I heard you cut your lawn next. You're going to put filters in under your sink. It's just a matter of a day or two. You'll have it down, I'm sure.
Yeah. My father-in-law's a plumber. I'll just call him. Anyway.
Call him, yeah.
Okay, what is a Magic AC mount? What is this?
Okay, so 7.5 million window ACs are purchased every year in the U.S., and most people install them, like this is an example. This is what they kind of get installed like this, and this is the typical mount that people use. It's actually really a terrible system. What it does is you have to attach it to the window frame with a screw. Also, you have to keep the window closed and locked, and you can't lock a window that's not closed all the way down. So it really doesn't meet a lot of codes. And it's just been kind of a loophole in all these years. An inventor I met came up with this idea right here. This is called the Magic AC mount. And it's basically this simple piece for air. And it slides onto the flange that sticks onto the top of every window AC has this flange. And then it attaches to the window jamb, not the window frame. And it does it with a special patented system they have. So you don't need any drilling of holes, no screws, anything like that. It even has a built-in tilt to it, so the water pours out and not into the house. And you can open and close the window above it without any problem at all. So this is really an amazing solution. Really very cool product.
That is phenomenal.
I'm very impressed with it myself, too. So I think it's a really cool Magic AC mount. It's available on Amazon.
Yeah, I know a lot of viewers are going to be getting that right now. They're writing that down. Okay, one more for this segment, and then we'll take a break. What's the Strix Scar? What is this?
This is from Asus, and this is for the dad or grad who's a gamer or really a power user for a computer. This is like the ultimate laptop computer. This has everything. It's from Asus. It's the ROG Strix Scar 16. It has next-gen NVIDIA AI graphics. It has ROG Nebula HDR display, which means the display changes 240 times per second. So there's no blurring, no eye strain, super sharp images, and it comes with free 3-month Xbox Game Pass, which is very popular as well. And again, this is available at asus.com. And what I love about it too is it has this light show built into it. I don't know if you can see these under lights that look kind of cool. They change color, and the top of it actually has a whole light show as well, but you have to be charging it, and this thing all lights up and does cool stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a dance club and a laptop in one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a. You always do a good mix of pricing, but for that price, light show, Aerosmith better come with that thing.
It's a pretty pricey pick, but you're talking about like this is the ultimate when it comes to a laptop. It really has everything in it. And compared to some other brands that compete with it, it's still a lot less expensive. So
absolutely,
definitely look at it as well.
We're not done.
We got more.
We got more when we come back. Stay with us. Bring Aerosmith out. Welcome back, everybody. Season 10 rolling on. Okay. We have more gifts for dads and grads with Steve Greenberg, the Gadget Guy. And by the way, you see that QR code behind Steve. If you scan that, it gives you the address for Steve's secret lair. Okay, let's get back to it. We have two more. Did I pronounce it Neurable? Is that right?
Neurable. Exactly, exactly. So it looks like like headphones, and it is headphones, but it also does something else. It actually monitors your brain activity in real time and then sends that information to a Neurable app. So this way you can see when you're most focused, when you're distracted, and actually when you need to take a break. And by doing that, it actually improves your performance at work or whatever. And it's gotten some huge reviews, and it's really an amazing bit of science that goes on here. So just like my Apple Watch monitors my heart, these headphones monitor your brain. It's from, and you get more information if you go to neurable.com.
I think Jeff will want to hook me up to that thing, yeah.
Because really, different times a day, you are more focused, you can accomplish more, and there are other times a day when you really need to take a break. And this will help tell you when that is. You can kind of like learn how your brain works and how to maximize when you're at your best, at peak, and when you really should take it easy. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And it's all part of how AI is fitting into everything we do these days.
And this last one isn't sexy, but it's practical, oh, he switched seats. Ear cleaning.
So this is from the folks at Hammacher Schlemmer, and let's face it, if you're using this to clean your ears, your mom told you, everyone, this is not the way to clean ears. This just takes the wax and jams it in deeper into your eardrum. You don't want to use these, so throw them out. They're not for cleaning ears. This is actually much better. You put warm water in this thing, and I can't do it now because first of all, I'm in my living room couch, but also because, I have the earbuds in, but I'll show you right here. I'm gonna lean forward so you can see it. It's just, you put warm water in there, and actually doesn't shoot the water straight out. It shoots it on the side, so it cleans the canal, and it does an amazing job. It's gotten great reviews as well from a company called Whoosh, W-U-S-H, that you can get it from hammacher.com. In fact, I think we have some video of me in the shower. I used it. It worked great. My ears have never been cleaner.
Wow.
Actually using it, but I would do it live now, but it would make a mess here. You got to do it over a sink or in a shower, because as you do it, the water pours out of your ears as well, but as well as all the dirty wax and whatnot.
Yeah.
So check it out, hammacher.com. It's about $80 from the folks at Hammacher, and it's the water-powered ear cleaner.
He's worth more than $80. He's worth $1 million. It's the Gadget Guy, everybody. For more information, head to stevegreenberg.tv and watch us. You showed right there. Watch his Gadget Game Show. What the heck is that on YouTube? That QR code will lead you not to his lair, but to his show. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Back. beautiful day. Well, as Heidi Klum said in Project Runway, one day you're in and the next you're out. One of the latest trends on social media right now is sharing your summer ins and outs. Your ins are your feel-good things that you want to embrace in the summer of 2025, and your outs are things that you are leaving behind. The Jason Show staff, Fallon, executive producer Jeff, and producer Bjorn are here to share their own summer ins and outs. Audience, give it up for the team over here. That's right. What?
I feel like we should be treading water.
Look at that. I know. We're in our pool. This is our pool. Okay, I'll go first. And again, we should credit Fallon brought this to our attention. I can't wait to see yours.
I don't remember what I did, so I'm excited to see them too.
Okay. Okay, so I will start with my ins. Let's look at these. Here are my summer ins for 2025. In frozen custards, okay?
Nice.
And you'll see why this goes with an out of mine. There is a local place that I have to credit Fallon, that Fallon told me about that led me to pick this. It's called the Dells. It's in Excelsior, Minnesota.
Quit promoting it. We're never going to be able to get ice cream now.
Well,
the line's going to be too long.
Well, I love it. So I am saying in for frozen custards, and my next one is shaken espresso drinks. Now, yes, Starbucks and now a lot of coffee places have a whole line of shaken espresso drinks. They're on ice. They're a great summer. They're a great variant of like an iced coffee beverage. You can put a little flavor or not. I am loving them. Next, saying no to plans. Now, this can be just anything. I just think I was just going to write saying no, because to me, as a people pleaser, I have a hard time with this, but no is a complete sentence. And I sometimes feel the need to just make up, give an over explanation of why I don't want to do things, when I should just say, you know what? No, that doesn't work for me. So this summer, I'm just saying no to things I do not want to do. And my final one is a fun one. 3 p.m. movies at a movie theater, because I have done this now twice within the last few months. What I love about this is if you go to like a 3:30, you're out of the movie and you can still have dinner and you still have your whole evening ahead of you, and there are very few morons at the theater to talk and bother you. And you still get those matinee prices too.
Yes.
So it's a value. It's a value. Why are you shaking your head?
Okay, Grandpa.
What?
Senior citizen discount?
Yes! I did it with Sinners, and I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting in the theater, the Plymouth Grand Theater, in my town of Plymouth, and I'm sitting there, there's like 7 people, nobody talked, nobody had a crying kid. It was glorious.
That'd be wild to have a kid in Sinners.
At Sinners, yeah.
That's wild.
I want to see your outs before we judge you. Go ahead.
Here are my outs. Here are my outs. Ice cream, because in is frozen custard.
They're the same thing.
They are not the same thing. Custard has eggs in it. Anyway, so out is ice cream. Next, tipping everything and everyone.
Yes.
I am done with that for summer 2025. I got asked at an electronics store. I'm like, why am I tipping Vern at the electronics store? So I'm done with that. And I'm a guy that, I like to tip. I'm a good tipper. But we're being asked to tip everything now, and I'm over it for summer 2025. Next, out. Shows that don't drop until 8 p.m. Girl, I want to go to bed. Drop it at 6.
That's fair.
Thank you, Thomas.
That's fair. What's it matter?
Why does it, HBO, why are you doing it at 8? Drop it at 6.
Yeah.
Right after dinner. Why arbitrarily, are you pulling that from your butt? Why do all shows drop at 8 p.m.? I'm over it. I'll watch it the next darn day. And finally, my summer out, flip-flops. I hate the way they feel between my toes. I'd rather have slippers. I hate them. I'm done with them. I'll wear them at the pool, but I'd rather wear my slip-on Birkenstocks.
Okay.
So there are my outs.
I love that.
Thank you. Yep. Judge away, Judy. Judge away.
Ice cream and custard are the same.
They're not the same thing. Frozen custard has a completely different flavor profile.
We're going to blind taste test. Custard and ice cream.
Sure. I'll be able... You know you agree with me on that one.
Yeah, I'm just fine with any of it.
I am too, but I'm just saying for this year. Okay.
Okay.
My Grand Dame, you're next.
Okay, here are my summer ends. Number one, making fruit preserves. I'm feeling very Meghan Markle this year. And
my goodness.
I'm not kidding. I went to my friend Kimberly's house in Indiana, and she had these peach preserves that I put on biscuits. It's all I've been thinking about. So when peach season hits, look out. I'm giving them away left and right. I'm cooking over the stove. I'm going to, no shoes. I'm going to be a trad wife to the extreme. So that is what's happening.
I don't even know what that is.
A traditional wife, but they call it a trad wife
I'm like,
online.
What is that?
Okay, walks after dinner. We call this, Victoria on the show here agreed with me, we call these a digestion walk. It's very good for your body to even walk for 20 minutes after you eat. And we've been doing this. Yeah, it's not about being hot.
Can you walk with like wine in a thermos? Does that count?
Of course. Sure,
perfect.
Sure. Number three, watching old movies I've never seen. I'm so constantly like, what's new? And then there are so many classic movies I haven't seen. I haven't seen like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I haven't seen, like, they're just, you guys bring up movies all the time and I stare blankly at you. I've never seen them.
I just thought that's because you love us.
Well, that's, so I'm going to do that. And then French onion dip. Now, you might say to yourself, when was that out, Fallon? Great question. It wasn't, but I haven't been using it to the full extreme that I should. I just love it. I love it. Just the sour cream thing, you throw the powder mix in. I will eat it for I will do it until my mouth is raw from the salt on the chips. I love it. So I am a French onion dip girly.
And not fancy Meghan Markle French onion dip.
No.
But I make a good fancy one that you'll have to
I would like to try that as well, Bjorn. Thank you so much.
I saute those onions till they're nice and golden.
Too much work.
Oh, whatever, Rachel Ray. We'll be right back with Jeff and Bjorn. Wait, we have outs. We'll be right back with that.
We'll do my outs next.
We'll do outs when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. Stay with us.
How dare you not let me do my outs?
Well, he was rapping me. You heard Fallon's ends for summer 2025, but what is out, according to our diva?
I'm the diva. All right, here are my summer outs. I will have to see the list because I don't remember what's on it. But, thank you. Phones after 6, my guy. I am scrolling too much. I get off of work, and there's nothing important. No one even, why do I care? It's like checking your phone after an hour for texts. There aren't any. Sitting on the couch. I've always said I don't want my daughter to depict me in a drawing of mommy sits on the couch, so I need to get off the couch. Slingback shoes. Why? They never stay on your heel. They're a nightmare. They're not good, no matter the brand. And expensive vacations. Why would I do that? We live in like a beautiful area with beautiful lakes. Why am I going to Hawaii? I mean, I love Hawaii, but why? I can go up north, baby. Expensive vacations are out. Jason does not agree. He gasped and clutched his pearls when I said it.
Anyway, okay, so you heard ours. I'm sure you'll agree or disagree online. Tomorrow, executive producer Jeff and then producer Bjorn will have their ins and outs. And from what I understand, producer Bjorn's will be controversial. That's tomorrow.
Don't cancel me.
You won't be canceled. Well, maybe. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Wow. Is it that bad? Welcome back, everybody. I have a follow-up question for you, young lady.
Young lady.
Okay, in your list, I just have a quick follow-up question. No phones after 6. So if I text you, you text me, like last night you texted me, should I not expect a reply from you after 6 now?
No, I will. No, it's not that I won't have my phone at all. It's just that I'm not going to be scrolling social media.
10-4. So I can still text you
every
goofy
night.
things?
Yeah, and also, it's not like I'm going to be strict about it. You know what I mean? Like,
there's an asterisk by? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just like, do I want to disassociate tonight? You know, it's just like, what's my vibe? But
I'm going to tip the electronics team. You know, I'm going to tip the people. I just,
but more often than not, when I get home from work, face down for a while. My plan is until my daughter goes to bed. then pick it back up.
Because you don't care if you ignore Jake.
No, it's fine. We sit next to each other and send each other memes, you know? So we are communicating.
Colin and I are on opposite ends of the couch, and I'll text him, hi, what are you doing?
Oh.
Yeah. Tomorrow, we do. Tomorrow, executive producer Jeff and Bjorn will have their ins and outs list, plus a few things to beat. Beat a fresh strawberry in the summer. Foodie Queen Stephanie Hansen is back with some strawberry recipes.
Yes.
That's tomorrow. But right now, that's going to do it for us. If you are watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong.